Former District 31 Assembly candidate Matt Kopko put a failed $15 million Harbor Station South project on the center stage at the Bayonne City Council meeting Wednesday night. Kopko, a Republican, alleged that Assemblyman Nick Shravallati, his Democratic rival, had a clear conflict of interest in representing developer Kate Howard Ltd. in a deal that the city had scrapped back in April.
March 2015, you guys decided to include that in the budget approximately?
That decision probably would have been made back late February, beginning of March as we go through the budget process. Wouldn't have been on that date.
2015 or 16?
16.
So in March of 2016, you guys decided to include it?
At the time of budget introduction, those funds were included, yes.
Okay. And then when did the deal fall apart?
Literally, I think just perhaps a week or two after that.
You guys had no information that, you guys didn't have a signed agreement, right? And the deal fell apart 2 weeks later? You guys thought it was reliable, or like basically what information, I'm not trying to get at a gotcha, I'm trying to understand what information you guys actually considered to say, yeah, we're gonna have this money.
Terrence and I were in constant contact, as we always are, about potential development, land deals, expected revenue, pilots as to when they will come online so we can put them into the budget. We're already starting to talk about next year in terms of what we can anticipate. So that was at the time in January, February, December of 15, that was a realistic belief that their deal was scheduled to close in March. That was the anticipated belief that we would receive that money for that land sale.
Kopko later wondered why attorneys would be reviewing Bryant versus Atlantic City, a case about when and how developers are allowed to walk away from deals, back in September 2015 if the Kate Howard Ltd. project was not nixed until April 2016.
I'm really trying to understand because we were apparently unexpectedly lost the deal in March. But in September, 6 months earlier, city attorneys were researching a case on the invoice for Harbor Station South about a legal case that says a developer can walk away if it is decided that costs have become unreasonably high. So what I'm asking is, if the city had zero understanding or expectation that this deal may fall apart, why 6 months earlier are they researching a case about what was literally about to happen 6 months later?
Were there other points in that case besides that, or was that the sole legal point?
That's what I'm asking. Why'd you guys...
No, in the Bryant case that you just cited,
That is the main holding of the case, unless you disagree.
I did not read the case, nor did I request any legal counsel on our point to research that. So I am also a lawyer, and I know that even though there are holdings in cases, there are sub-points and other key points that a case may be used for. So one, it was not requested by myself or Jay, I believe, to do any research regarding that issue. That issue did not come up in any discussions during that time period. It didn't. And two, quite frankly, the city was left flat-footed or in a lurch in March when the deal fell through. If we were aware that the deal was imminent to fall through in September or October, we would not have waited until March to then scramble or to work vigorously to try to settle the budget. We would not have put ourselves in that situation.
When asked how committed Kate Howard Ltd. was to the project, DeMarco estimated that the developer spent anywhere between $500,000 to $750,000 on things such as surveys, engineering, and geotech. Later, Kopko exclaimed that the whole scenario reeked of honest services fraud, and Coffey said he hasn't looked into such a claim. However, the city attorney clarified that unfortunate circumstances pertaining to deals with the former military ocean terminal have been ongoing since 1990.
A little bit odd, let's put it that way, when we're dealing with the local redevelopment authority down at the base. And Matt, your head would have popped off when we were doing the swaps with the Bayonne Local Redevelopment Authority. Gary, would you agree with me on that? It was a time of great concern with the city of Bayonne. Where the first time we were going over $1 million, $2 million, up to $20 up to $35 million in operating deficit. And creative, it would be a kind word to use to figure out how we're going to get the money moved from the LRA to the city. And it wasn't the LRA's fault; it was the city's fault. And deals were falling through left and right because we had people coming in here on a daily or monthly or weekly basis coming in proposing deals at the former military ocean terminal.
Kopko refused to believe that no one knew the deal was going to collapse before April 2016, telling DeMarco we should be prepared for litigation as a result of this matter.
You had no inclination before that?
I heard the question, sir.
So yes or no question?
It's not a court of law, sir.
It's a yes or no question.
It's not a court of law, and I'm not under your cross-examination. So the answer to the question is, as stated
You better get ready for it.
Oh, wow.
As of this report, no formal complaints have been filed regarding the failed Kate Howard Ltd. deal. I'm John Heides with the Hudson County View, the eye of the community.